St. Catherine's Academy held their very first robotics summer camp over this past week. The camp was open to students from Standard 4 to Second Form, and 16 campers were able to grow their skill set and immerse themselves in a world of robotics. The facilitator, Denisha Grant, explained the types of projects they focused on.
For this week, we gave them, the objective from the very start, day one. We were planning this exhibition showcase whereby they had to provide knowledge to their communities because some of our visitors here are sharing they don't know what a robot is. So they had to inform and educate their community as well as to showcase the skills about what robots can do. We took a team for the environment this year with this camp, whereby we did challenges whereby they were able to protect their wildlife community to help our coastal ecosystem. So the last challenge here that they're doing today is actually a coastal cleanup, whereby they have to pick up the garbage blocks and to see how the robot can actually help clear the sea. So it was real life implementation with that awareness for pollution and safety of our environment.
And Grant explained that the sessions were simple enough that even those with no experience with robotics could grasp it.
And so we wanted to afford that opportunity to every Belizean child, who may not actually have the experience in robotics but want, they have aspirations to actually compete, travel, and do all those stuff that not every typical Belizean child gets the opportunity to. So we've offered that opportunity to both our Mercer girls here at St. Catherine Academy as well as, our Belizean community. Some people came with no knowledge whatsoever, and so we were able to actually build their skill set, their knowledge base about, from the basics of what a robot is, all the way to actually programming the robot, using sensors, creating loops, all that good stuff.
Even though 3 of the students have been interested in robotics for years, they still learned a lot this week.
I wanted to come because I wanted to more advance my skills in coding and robotics.
When did you start being interested in coding and robotics?
With robotics, like more today, I would say, but coding, like from when I was in standard 1.
What first got your attention about it, or what made you want to learn more?
Because then I really want to more advance humanity to a stage where, mainly like in factories where like some chemicals could harm humans, I could build those robots to help out.
You're one of the youngest people here, as I can see. How do you feel, being one of the smallest in the room?
It's evenly like, okay, I'm probably gonna be looked down, or oh, I'm not gonna do as much.
But you don't feel that way when you're in here.
No.
What would you say to maybe other young people, little kids watching you and saying, I would want to try something new?
I'd say motivate yourself to do it. Don't think too much about it or else you're never gonna do it.
I didn't really know what to expect, but when I found out we were going to do a project, I found it to be really exciting because I like decorating and stuff. And I was excited to learn more about the robot and actually get hands-on experience in building it.
Is this the first time you've done robotics like this?
No, I joined the club at SCA and I went to the VEX Robotics Conference in St. Louis.
So what is it about robotics that you enjoy?
Honestly, everything about it is so cool. I really like technology and to actually be able to build the robot itself. I really like that I can get that experience and it's just fun to program it to do different tasks. During this week, I learned more about the motors and how they work and about the gyro sensor, and I already knew most of the sensors, but it was cool to learn more. And I learned about the VEX code and I learned new knowledge, but it was good. The most challenging part, maybe when I had to keep fixing my program, like it got kind of frustrating because I was like, why is my code not working? But then I eventually found the issue and then I worked with my group members to fix it.
I decided to come to this robotics camp to just basically improve my skills in robotics.
What made you first become interested in robotics?
Around standard 6, I was inspired by my cousin who had been going to robotics classes. I learned definitely more about robotics and like the parts of the robot that we have been learning about.
And is this something you can see yourself doing well into the future?
I could see myself doing something in this kind of field.
What was the most challenging part?
most challenging part was probably either building the robot or programming the code, because when building the robot, some pieces were missing. Sorry, and programming the robot, it's hard to try to. We have to like try again and again to make sure the program is right.
And what was that feeling like when you finally got it right?
It felt very rewarding.
The camp culminated in a showcase today where the parents and some of SCA's faculty got to see what the students have been working on. The school is planning to host this camp again next summer. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.